A huge win last Saturday night as USL Player of the Week Chris Cortez helped to pull the Blues within 4 points of making the USL playoffs. And now tonight, the LA Galaxy 2 I-405 rivals looking to stop what is one of the hottest teams in the league and what could be one of the biggest games in the Western Conference. Darby Brown here with Justin Maestas just minutes before what is one of the biggest games of the season. Let's see, what are we thinking is going to go down tonight?
Well, it's really a battle between second and fourth place here tonight, and it should be a game where all the Western Conference teams should be looking at. 4 points only separate the Blues from first place, and only 1 point separates first place from the Galaxy. And so with the way that each team's battling back and forth for positions 1 through 6, and each team trying to get that first round bye, every team in the Western Conference should be watching this game.
And Chris Cortez earning that USL Player of the Week due to the last game where he had 2 out of the 3 goals in the 3-1 victory against the Portland Timbers 2, which has not been done in OC Blues history since we were the LA Blues in 2013. And now with the Blues winning 5 of the last 6 games, what could be a concern as far as getting a victory this evening?
Well, plain and simple, they have never beaten the LA Galaxy 2 in 7 matches, and they've been outscored, I think, 17-4. It's really been a lopsided rivalry. And so the Blues need to look forward and past that. They did last time. They actually got a draw, their first ever points against LA Galaxy 2 last time in Los Angeles. So they're trying to push forward, trying to see that they can beat this team. Technical director Barry Venison said it really is a David versus Goliath matchup here tonight. But he says they respect everyone, but fear no one. So look for them to bring their A game here tonight and prove that they're a team to beat in the Western Conference.
And on the other side, LA Galaxy 2 obviously looking to win the game this evening and secure a playoff spot. Their last game against Arizona United was a loss, which did not help them in their efforts. And this evening, they will be without 2 starters, Alejandro Covarrubias and Bradley Diallo.
Yeah, and those are 2 important players in the starting lineup, but all that really means is that the next player up has to step up, but that's where it's good to be an MLS-run club. The LA Galaxy have plenty of players on the bench that can step up. That means players like Raul Mendiola, Villarreal, Bradford Jameson IV, really anyone. They're going to have minutes here tonight, and they can prove it. And you know Coach Anolfo is not going to be happy about that loss in Arizona, so they will bring their A game here tonight.
And let's talk about the players to watch for this evening, starting with the Blues. We're going to be looking at a guy who definitely helped Chris Cortez earn the honor of the Player of the Week.
Yeah, and that's David Estrada. He's really a new signing here with the Blues. Only 4 appearances so far with his new club. He came down from Sacramento Republic, and a lot of fans up there really didn't like that the team let him go after Coach Preki left the team. And the Blues fans can see why. He adds great attacking skills, let's just say that, and he adds great depth to a already great attacking team. Let's see what he can do here tonight.
That's right. And then on the LA Galaxy 2 side, who are we going to keep your eye on?
It's Ariel Lassiter, son of one of the greatest goal scorers in MLS history, Roy Lassiter, and his son really takes a lot from his father. Goal scoring is what he does. He leads the team with 9 goals in only, I think, 14 appearances or 14 starts with the club, and he has all the potential to be playing in the MLS in the next few years.
And all the hard work over the past several months come down to the games like this. The Blues hoping to get the victory and secure the spot for a playoff bye, while the LA Galaxy 2 are hoping to stop that effort of their I-405 rivals and secure the playoff bye for themselves. We will see what will happen in just a few moments as Mark Serber and Blaine Humbles will have the call for you. Welcome back to Anteater Stadium. Darby Brown here with Justin Maestas, where the Orange County Blues will be taking on the LA Galaxy 2. First of all, we'd like to make a correction and say that Bradley Diallo and Alejandro Covarrubias will be starting tonight. However, if they receive 1 more yellow card, they will be out for the next match, which would be against the Portland Timbers 2. We also want to talk about that the Blues are 0-6-1 against the LA Galaxy 2, but it has been said that this is the best Orange County Blues team that the LA Galaxy 2 have faced. So what do you think will they have that is different and will be a difference maker here tonight?
Well, I mean, I think it might be just team chemistry between all of the players. They played the Galaxy earlier on in the season when they were a very young squad, a whole different back line. I think this time it's more of a solid back line. We've seen Suggs, Navarro, Griffiths, and McCracken at the back line for quite a while now. So they know how to work with each other, communicate, all move up and move back at the same time. Another person, David Estrada, our player to watch earlier in the pregame. He's a very good player coming out from the midfield. And also, I think Denzel Slogger maybe had a little bit more confidence, a little bit more time with the team. I think he might have been injured 2 times ago when they played the LA Galaxy 2. And I think the last time they played, they earned the draw. So this is going to be a very tough matchup against these OC Blues players. And I don't think the LA Galaxy are going to overlook the Blues too much here tonight.
I don't think so either. And as you just went over a little bit of the starting lineups, what do you think? Who do you think some of the difference players that may come in late in the game and make a difference in this match?
Well, 2 key players are on the bench here tonight for the OC Blues: Didier Crittenden and Papara, Pavle Papara, 2 of the most important players you can say in that OC Blues midfield. Papara, I guess you can say, was kind of like that Estrada who came in right away, made a difference. And then Didier on the bench, the captain, what we used to call, that we do call him, on the bench here tonight. Those are 2 players that can come out and really do some damage if they come in late in the game.
Yeah, and tonight both of these teams are going for what would be a home playoff game. That would be if the Blues were able to get the win and secure that spot to have their first playoff game here at Anteater Stadium. That would be the first time in franchise history. What do you think that means for the Blues as they begin this match tonight? Oh, please stay tuned for the national anthem and then Mark Server and
Good evening and welcome to Anteater Stadium. Mark Serber alongside Chaotic Radio Football Matters host Blaine Humbles. Blaine, first of all, thank you so much for joining us here tonight, as this is a huge game, one that the Orange County Blues are dubbing the biggest in the club's history, a chance to go level on points with the LA Galaxy 2 in second place and be just 1 point behind leaders Oklahoma City in the Western Conference, who they do have a match in hand on. And going into this one, we've heard the stats. The Orange County Blues have never beaten the LA Galaxy 2, but as you know, with any derby, Blaine, the saying is, throw everything out the window.
Thank you so much, Mark, and I appreciate the introduction. It's one of those things where you bring up those little statistics. They're meant to be broken, and that's what we're looking for here tonight for the Orange County Blues against Los Dos here at Anteater Stadium.
And for the LA Galaxy, too, so much talent on this squad. Plenty of players who have not only featured with the first team, but who expect to feature with the first team. Some of these players are out here tonight not only because the first team does have a bye this weekend, but also because they're expected to see minutes in the September 23rd CONCACAF Champions League match in Trinidad against Central FC.
You know, the Galaxy handled business at home in their first 2 matches, so you're going to see a lot of the main players sitting, and that gives opportunities for these guys, so they will be trying to shine tonight. They will be trying to show their best for the coaching staff for the Galaxy against the Blues here.
For the Orange County Blues, Chris Cortez getting the nod up top, the first player since 2013 to garner USL Player of the Week honors after his brace against Portland Timbers 2. Estrada out there as well. He was the creator against T2 with 2 assists. He made the USL bench.
You know, it's funny when you have these teams in this league that have these great support systems like Galaxy, like Portland, like Seattle. The Orange County Blues do not have that structure above them. Some of these players slip under the radar. These are fantastic players. Cortez is on fire right now, and look for him to dominate this match up front for the Blues.
And Oliver Wiese has done a great job with this club. Their win against T2 was their 12th, the most in a season in franchise history, going back to 2013 when they had 11 wins last time they made the playoffs. We've been talking all season about the Blues just trying to make the playoffs. Now we're talking about them trying to, A, win the Western Conference, and B, possibly have the chance of finishing in those top spots and hosting their first ever playoff matches. Every time the Blues have been in the playoffs, Blaine, they have had to play away from home.
You know, the mathematicians know that the Blues need 1 point tonight, but the Blues want much more than 1 point. Like you said, just getting to the playoffs when you're this close to having a home game isn't enough.
LA Galaxy 2 kicking off in what has become a famous strip all over the world, attacking to your right. The Blues are in blue, attacking to their left. We'd like to welcome everyone tuning in wherever you may be, and a special welcome to those of you listening in from the Angel City Brigade and the LA Riot Squad, as well as the County Line Coalition. And a foul and a free kick will go in favor of the Orange County Blues inside the first minute. And Blaine, one thing that was mentioned by Alicia Rodriguez in the GOAT Parade, which I think was very telling, is that the 1-1 draw back on July 16th stopped a 9-game slide for these Blues where they went 2-1-6. Since then, they've only lost 1 of their last 6 games.
You know, sometimes when you have a slow start like the Blues did, getting that one good result, that solid result, is what you need.
Well, they're looking for a fast start here. Slogger's cross deflected out of bounds. It'll be the first corner kick of the game for the Orange County Blues. And that's the kind of speed that Slogger has shown all season. The smart ability in his running, too. Rarely is he offsides, Blaine, and that's one of the reasons plenty of MLS clubs are looking at him.
Great placement. He got to the byline. He was looking for the ball in the front. Defense got it.
And the corner kick is played short, and Mendiola is there. And will clear it, but only as far as Beto Navarro. Navarro looking to swing this one back in the melting pot. Instead, it's going to be a shot on goal. And it was a little uncomfortable for Diop, but the former U19 French international will handle those all day.
Yeah, those are one of those goals when they take those opportunities, the fans love them, and they're often voted goal of the year, but very, very low chance of scoring.
Cortez was coming back from an offside position, so he's going to let this one go. And Steeris will take. In his second season with Los Dos after winning the MVP award at Wilmington. And it was Lassiter, I believe. Nope, Covarrubias this time, who left the starting gates a bit too early.
Disciplined defense by the Blues, watching that final line, leaving that player out to the side where he's not as dangerous. That's smart heads-up play. Once
again, Covarrubias and Diallo, both 1 yellow card away from being suspended, would miss that September 16th match at the StubHub Center against the Portland Timbers, too. So this one played all the way back to Diop. Cortez is chasing. 2 of his 5 goals this season have come against LA Galaxy 2, and safety first from Diop. Clears it out, and the throw in quickly taken by the Blues.
I don't think Diop was too happy with that back pass. Goalkeepers love to play in training and act like they want to play with the ball, but during the game, they leave that ball away from him.
He was put into a little bit of an awkward situation, and Blues over the last 2 years have scored just 4 goals against this LA Galaxy 2 squad, but Blaine, so far it looks like they're looking to push the envelope early on.
You know, the majority of the possession to this point and the pressure dictating the play is coming from the Orange County Blues. Ball is not leaving the Los Dos side of the field very much.
And this is a Los Dos side, though, that won't mind that, though. They know how to get forward and when to get forward, not at all deterred by being on the back foot early on. as Suggs will get it back to Pepe Miranda. Second in the USL in saves with 80. Only Carl Wazinski of Arizona United has more coming into this weekend with 110 saves.
Probably a statistic he did not want to win at the start of the season.
And that's a great ball by Mangano. And it's through, and McBean was there. Mangano again, and Pepe Miranda. Strong hand to put it over the bar.
Great save for the young players watching at home. Up, out, and away. Up was the first choice. Great save.
Well, it felt kindly for Maganto right at the top of the box, and it was a good hit from the Spaniard. But well-positioned was Pepe Miranda. And just as we were talking about Los Dos being on the back foot, that's how quickly they can turn the tide of a game.
You know, for people watching at home, this game is it's a cruel game. You think you have it under control, and you don't.
Slogger, shielding, trying to find Cortez. Cortez was making the run up there. Would you rather see him get wide and get his feet on that chalk so he's facing the field, or was he doing the right thing trying to go upfield?
Absolutely. When you're still in your half of the field, you need to possess the ball and you need to bring it out. Looking to break, it's too soon to look for the break, in my opinion.
Speaking of looking for the break, McBean goes down hard. Nothing doing, says the referee, and trying to go the other way are the Blues, but winning it right back is Los Dos. It's a good ball forward once again, and this time Lassiter is onside. And it went off of Lassiter last in the referee's point of view, so it'll be a goal kick for Pepe Miranda and the Blues, as there's still no score in the 6th minute. Much to the chagrin of Lassiter, who was very instrumental in helping Costa Rica qualify for the U23 Olympic CONCACAF Championship coming up, which will determine which CONCACAF teams go to the Olympics. Maganto. Rookie has featured in 13 games for the first team this season. Slogger looking to join the ranks of Crittenden and Ramirez on 7 goals for the season. Was looking to turn provider there and wins the second corner kick of the game for the Blues.
You know, it was the right play. You know, a lot of times you'll see attackers take the ball and they'll try to shoot from anywhere on the field, Mark. They have to recognize when they're not in a prime shooting location like that and look for the ball to cross in the middle. It's a good ball to your fellow teammates. If they catch it, if the defense gets it, you win a corner. It's better than trying to shoot from a ridiculous angle.
Here comes Santana, who's played with a real swagger about him. Leads the team with 4 assists. Can he find his 5th via the set piece? In fact, coming over and calling Santana off is Estrada. Now the two of them are going to play short. Estrada was trying to find Santana. Blanco able to get it to Estrada. Loops it up. Oh, and Slogger trying to go for the near post. It looked like the far post might have been the better option.
Yeah, whenever the ball's coming across that way, when it comes across your body, going back away because you're catching the goalkeeper moving against direction, it's the prime location for that shot.
Well, it looked to me like he had the freedom of Irvine there. Did he have time to bring it down and have a cup of tea before putting it in, or was it the right move going first time, as this time Cortez is offside?
You know what? It's 50-50. If you miss, he had time. If he hits it on target, he didn't.
Cortez coming off of that brace against T2. Sees the assistant referee's flag go up against him on this occasion. Still chasing though, Cortez. And he helps win it back through Slogger. Good work by Blanco in the midfield. Him and Luca playing that holding role. McBean fighting for it on the far side. He gets some help, and that ball looking for Lassiter. But Griffiths is there. Good clearance by the former Colorado Rapid man. And once again, Los Dos will go all the way back to Diop. Navarro with the header away. Time for Estrada to turn. Leaves it off for Blanco, who's venturing forward. Slogger. That ball too easily telegraphed, and Los Dos looking for the counterattack here in the 9th minute. And this time it's Suggs who steps into the passing lane. Suggs will get forward at every opportunity. Santana doing a good job to stay behind him and support. And with Crittenden and Popara on the bench, it's going to be Estrada who's going to look to pull the strings in midfield for the Blues. Not the best ball from Miranda. Covarrubias was able to get it off of Estrada. It's shaping out to this right-hand side is Maganto. Maganto weaving his way in.
Beautiful defending right there. He showed him the outside. He told him where he wanted him to go. He didn't give him the cut back.
But that's what Maganto can do. He's a mazy dribbler. Also knows when to release the ball. That's what makes him so dangerous. Not just that he can beat one or two players, Blaine, but that he knows when to take a guy on and then when to leave the ball off.
Yeah, that's the decision that you have to make, and you have to make it in a split second. It's not easy.
Franco was in the vicinity to help win that one back. Lassiter, we could see the idea trying to play that one through for Mendiola. Instead, it's Estrada. Long ball looking for Cortez, headed away by Meyer. Another player we might see in Trinidad. Another player who has plenty of first-team experience under his belt. Maganto.
One of those luxuries you have, having the big team from MLS in front of you, sending you players.
Beautiful ball to the far side. And played to the back stick where no one was crashing it. It's screaming for a handball, but falls on deaf ears of the referee Vegas. However, Los Dos maintain possession. Santana wins it back for the Blues. Into the middle for Luca. Pushed outside for Slogger, and Slogger will win the free kick.
That was a great first move right there, and you leave the defender no choice but to foul you in an instance like that. You do not want that guy getting away and getting down the side on you.
And now a yellow card issued on the far side, I believe, will be Franco. Well, it's actually Diallo getting the yellow card on the far side, and that means Diallo will miss the game against Portland, as that's his 5th yellow card of the season. And Brad, usually referees this early don't like to go to their book, but did he have to there because that was the denial of a possible counterattack?
He absolutely had to go to the book on that one.
This one floated in looking for Cortez, but that's catching practice for Diop.
As a fan, you don't want to hear that the referee wants to or doesn't want to go into the book depending on the time of the game. It should always matter on the foul on the field, and that was a clear foul, clear opportunity denying foul. So he had no choice but to book him.
Meyer chasing back. Steeris comes over to help. A good job by Los Dos to hunt and pack and win the ball back. Oh, beautiful ball over the top from Maganto. Pepe off his line. And that was a huge save to put off Lassiter. Lassiter leaves it off for McBean. And going down in the box, and the referee pointing to the spot. And Los Dos are in trouble early as McBean wins the PK.
When you get into your own defensive box like that and the team is attacking, it's like telling one small
Lassiter
line,
leaves it off for McBean.
Cover it up, and then 2 more to cover that up. Once you let Maganto get through right there, it was a series of errors on Blues, leading them no choice but to have to foul.
The Galaxy are 1 for 2 from the spot this season. The Orange County Blues have conceded 5 penalties. 4 of them have gone in the back of the net. And now Lassiter has this chance to score his 3rd goal against the Blues this year. Lassiter versus Miranda, and Lassiter wins. Early lead for Los Dos. 10th goal of the season for Ariel Lassiter.
It's the beauty of this game, Mark. It doesn't matter your possession or your touches. The only thing that matters is the scoreboard. 13 minutes in, and the Galaxy have opened up their account.
Miranda going the wrong way. And I think Lassiter saw that, had his head up, saw Miranda step to his right, and so he tucked it in to his right, Lassiter,
I'm not a big fan of the goalkeepers guessing, I've got to tell you, Mark.
Well, Blanco on the restart for the Blues, trailing 1-0 in the 14th minute. Covarrubias, little touch in midfield. Aruas gets it off to Mendiola, little touch out wide for Diallo. Looking at the top of the box and headed back to his keeper from Suggs. Blaine, we have to go back though. That penalty all started with that mazy dribble through the middle and then that beautiful ball over the top from Maganto.
Yeah, you know, Maganto, you're getting to see now why he's had 13 starts with the first team.
Maganto, like many of these Los Dos players, saw action in the International Champions Cup, and I thought Maganto, especially against Club America, was one of the most impressive players on the field that day.
Absolutely he was. You know, he dictated the play. He showed he was a leader on the field again in that game.
Another through ball, but this time the offsides flag is up. One nothing in favor of the LA Galaxy 2, thanks to that man, Ariel Lassiter, scoring in the 14th minute from the spot after McBean bulldozed his way into the penalty area and was brought down. Santana wins the header over Franco. Oh, it's too far, and Diop will come to the extreme of his penalty area to claim. Oh, Meyer wasn't expecting that, but nobody's in his vicinity. Now Cortez is chasing him down, but still way too much time for Meyer. Luca overtakes him midfield, looking to play it through for Slogger. And running out of real estate was Denzel Slogger, but it was a good idea from Luca.
We're going to see how the Blues playing from behind, chasing the game here, down 1-0 early. No need to panic, no need to rush. I'd like to see them possess the ball, play the ball through the midfield. Be patient, there's plenty of time left.
Ruas. That ball too close to Suggs, so we'll get it back to his safety valve in Pepe Miranda. Franco. Good job at Beto Navarro to win that off the chest for Suggs. And running into trouble was Estrada. Covarrubias thought about the early cross. Instead elects to cut it back. Allows more white jerseys to stream into the mix. And that was cleverly disguised from Maganto. However, just didn't come off in the end. Diallo steps in. And a rare miscue from Los Dos gives the ball back to the Blues via the throw into midfield in the 17th minute. Zviz looks on. Looking for their first ever win against the LA Galaxy 2, the Orange County Blues. And so far, things not going according to the script from a home fan's perspective. Trailing 1-0 on a 14th minute penalty to Lassiter.
It's almost as if those pre-game scripts are not given to the players, Mark.
Weird how that works out. As this time, Slogger just a bit offside.
Good idea. I like to see that. I like to see them bring the ball to the middle and play that flank player, move them up the side, break down the defense, spread them out wide.
What are you seeing from Los Dos in terms of their style and how they want to play this game?
You know, I see a confident team that understands, that feels good about the way they're playing. They know they have the talent. They know they have the ability. They know they believe in themselves. They believe in each other. That's really what I'm seeing at this point. And I see their possession is, their first touch is great, and their possession is tough for the Blues to break down right now.
Cortez just couldn't get it to Santana. Otherwise, he could have been off and running. But Suggs just joined the party. Still going Suggs. able to chase down his heavy touch and get the cross off, but it's behind Cortez. Blanco first to it. And Navarro will hit the reset button. McCracken, the rookie, on the far side. Well, McBean almost stepped in and won that. Blanco didn't seem at all bothered by his pressure.
It's a dangerous slide in the middle of the field. The risk-reward isn't there for me. I'd prefer to see a player just try to stand him up.
Blanco once again. Good talk between Santana and Suggs. And this time Covarrubias will be whistled for the foul, or make that Maganto. So not too much in it, but Maganto did get a foot in there.
That was your pedestrian, everyday, run-of-the-mill midfield foul that's going to slow the game down, let the Galaxy get a chance to breathe, and bring back all of their players behind the ball.
The Galaxy coming into the game, the team with the second most fouls in the league behind the Rochester Rhinos. As once again, it's too easy for Diop, even under some pressure.
Confidence in the air is what you're looking for in a goalkeeper, and Diop has all of that tonight.
Steers gets it back to his keeper. Meyer. Cortez, it's a lonely job being that chasing forward in a 4-5-1 formation. Blanco holds it up. Suggs. Little touch inside for Luca. Gets it back from Santana. The Montenegrin looking to spray to the far side. That's a good ball. A good run and another foul. And Diallo has to be careful, already on a yellow. And the referee, Marco Antonio Vegas, reminding him that.
That's the that was your Howard Webb final warning right there. Another one like that, son, and you will be seeing the showers early.
So another free kick. Chance to swing this one into the mix for the Blues in the 21st minute. Can they find the equalizer via this set piece? This is a good one in. Diop stays on his line. And Santana has it taken away from him at the back post. Clearance only as far as McCracken. Tremendous shielding from McBean.
McBean with all the class and the experience right there.
Blanco into the middle for Luca. Arrua stepped into him, but Luca was able to spray it out wide. And that long ball looking for Cortez, does so well to bring it down, but it takes him out wide.
Very difficult first touch, did well with it.
Especially because it took a deflection off the defender. Well, the Blues not really maintaining possession at the moment, but the high pressure allowing them to keep the ball in Los Dos' half. Now they'll look to string some passes together. Suggs.
Little far.
The right idea from Beto Navarro, just a bit overcooked. And it will be a throw-in for the LA Galaxy 2 with a 1-0 lead in the 23rd minute. Have you visited the new USLsoccer.com? Get the latest news and live stats. And check out the new social media hub. Joe Franco. McBean. Nothing doing, and in the end, it will be a throw-in for the Blues. Estrada. Hint of handball from Suggs, perhaps, but play goes on. And Navarro, good ball into the gap. Cortez is there, gets there before Diop, and it's cleared off the line.
It's a great play. Cortez got in there. He beat the goalkeeper, just didn't put enough steam on the ball. It was able for the Los Dos defense to come back and clear it out for a corner.
Third corner kick of the game for Orange County, their 100th of the season. Let's see if they can make their centenary corner count. They were beaten on a set piece. Can they get level from a set piece? In swinger from the near side. Once again, right at Diop. Diop with 7 clean sheets on the season. Joined from Amiens in the French 3rd division. The Champion National, which is right under Ligue 1, Ligue 2. As Smarley back to Diop once again in the 25th minute of play. Become a fan of the USL on Facebook for exclusive league news and interactive content. Luca. Cortez has the overlap from Santana. Santana cuts in front. Santana! Diop gets down quickly. Cortez! And Diop, great reflexes. Able to get up in time and then leap into the air and make that save. A lot of goalkeepers would still be getting up, but great reactions from the Frenchman.
Absolutely. Make that first save, get up, get ready for the next one. Cortez, great first ball right there. Great first ball to break down Los Dos defense.
Santana, so close to finding the first goal of the game for the Blues. Navarro. Header from a crack into Griffiths. Slogger wanted to take the inside route, but the ball is played ahead of him. And now Lassiter to get on the end of this one. Pulls it back, looking for Maganta Lassiter, but it was well read. Great tracking back once again by Milton Blanco. Steps inside Aruas. And perhaps a bit too fancy there from Chris Cortez.
Little bit too much trickery.
Griffin's dispossessed. Oh, and it's a lovely move. Devastating inner passing, and Lassiter almost finishing it off, but Miranda got down quickly.
It's a great save, but there's the counterattack from a poorly played ball in the midfield. You have to be careful of that when your team is trying to break out.
Blanco. Suggs has made the overlap. He only has one player to find in the box in Cortez, and he almost picked him out. Good clearance from Steris. And now both forwards coming back and asking for the ball short, and instead it's played long, and Miranda will come out to claim.
Clear miscommunication from Los Dos defense and the forwards, looking for the ball at their feet.
Well, it's interesting because Mendiola is definitely lining up as that wide midfielder out on the left, but McBean coming very far back into the midfield to help out with his defensive duties. And when he does that, it looks like Mendiola is stepping up into his spot.
Yeah, you know, that's something where you can have quality interplay with somebody you understand. If you have history with them, you can interchange during the course of the play. And you're always keeping a man up on the front, up on the last line, putting that pressure on, keeping the defense stretched. It's very important to understand why you would do that, why you want to keep somebody up there.
Mendiola and McBean, two youngsters, 21 and 20 respectively, who have already contributed greatly to the first team and have been mainstays of this Los Dos side. As that ball somehow stays in, but the cross too close to the keeper. Remember when McBean became the youngest ever starter and scorer in LA Galaxy history, scoring at 16 years, 312 days against the Houston Dynamo.
You know, those were the times when we were seeing players breaking records as Major League Soccer started to gain traction in this country, and you started to see young players coming through academy systems, coming through youth systems, and becoming that next great talent.
Speaking of great talent, the Blues have one in Slogger, but that pass had a bit too much mustard on it. Slogger starting his career with RKC Walwick in his native Holland. Made his debut at the Amsterdam Arena against Ajax.
Not a threatening place to play at all.
I told him once my biggest thrill was getting to sit in that stadium. Slogger joining this season from Coventry City. And a couple players here have played in the divisions below the Premier League in England, as Diallo spent some time with Oldham Athletic.
You know, I think that a lot of players around the world are seeing the USL as a great place to come and play in America and grow as a talent, grow in a market, probably with a little bit less media pressure that you're going to get in some of the countries with big established pyramids.
Another smart chest back from Estrada. Cortez checking all the way back into midfield. And Estrada wins the throw and tried to take it quickly for Santana. Oh, and a miscommunication there from Franco and Covarrubias, but it all works out in the end as it goes back to Diop. On the half-hour mark here at Anteater Stadium, and the Orange County Blues trailing 1-0 to the LA Galaxy 2 on a 14th minute penalty from Ariel Lassiter. LA Galaxy 2 in second place on 42 points, just 1 point behind first place Oklahoma City. The Orange County Blues on 39 points in fourth place, trying to catch up to LA Galaxy 2.
With a game in hand, so it's not important that that the Blues have to win. This is not a must win for them tonight, but a point would secure their spot. 3 points obviously would put them tied with Galaxy, looking for that home field playoff game, which is so important.
Slager wins the fourth corner kick of the game, right at the half-hour mark for the Orange County Blues. Follow @USL on Twitter to become a league insider, join club conversations, and have a chance at exclusive giveaways. And Blaine, before this corner kick is taken, you have your show, Football Matters. What is your Twitter handle for that show?
Follow us at my FB Matters on Twitter for our show. We do it every Monday night from 8 to 10 p.m.
Outswinger to the near post. Blaine, corner kicks always need to beat that defender at the near post, or at least you need to get there first and get that flick on.
Driven ball, second six, that's what you're looking for. Keep it out of that 6-yard box where the goalkeeper is looking for it. Get it in the next six between the top of the 6-yard box and that penalty spot. That's what you're looking for on those corner kicks. Driven ball, head high, beat that first defender.
Well, there's a driven ball that beats the first defender. Doing just enough was Franco. Suggs trying to cut inside. And a great job to keep that from going out for a corner kick. Clearance leaving a little bit to be desired, though, as the Blues will maintain possession through Blanco. Such a cerebral player, Blanco. Blaine, it seems like he always is in the right spots, knows where that ball is going to be before it gets there.
There are players like that, and what I love about him is that he knows when to hold the ball, he knows when to play it through. Those are the decisions that will get you to the next level, that will get you to representing your country.
Not the wrong idea there, the way the ball was bouncing for Santana to have a go?
No, I'm okay with that. I believe you have a good opportunity. I think when you're cutting across the top of the box from the left side, you're cutting across the right, you want to look for that ball to the far post. You want to try to beat up over the keeper. That's the place you're looking for in there. Finish lacked a little bit to be desired, but I like the idea.
Well, the Blues certainly not at all overawed by the opposition. Not only do they just win the free kick here, but they also are getting plenty of numbers forward at every opportunity. And it might work out here. Estrada, one-on-one against Steris. Turns him inside out, gets it onto that right foot. Shot takes a deflection and goes just beyond the near post. But Diop looks stranded to his line.
Fantastic one-on-one ability right there on display here tonight at Anteater Stadium. And I got to tell you, the beautiful weather here this evening is probably one of the reasons, and the crowd here is one of the reasons why the Blues are not at all in awe by Los Dos this evening.
The County Line Coalition doing a lot about that with the fans that they're bringing in. As it's a good corner kick, and the header and the equalizer! Quentin Griffiths, with his second goal of the season, has leveled the affair in the 33rd minute, and the Blues are back on song.
You cannot give a team 5 corner kicks in 30 minutes and not expect them to put one of them on target in a good quality manner like that. Far too many corner kicks being given by Los Dos right now, and that give the credit to the OC Blues for pressure. High pressure, bringing the ball in, taking people on one-on-one. That's what it's going to take.
Well, 5 corner kicks, and eventually it was going to tell, like you said, and Brenton Griffiths doing what he does so well on set pieces, ghosting in from his center back position. We like to say that the cavalry comes up from the back or the tall trees get forward. Well, Griffiths waits and waits, and you don't see him. And then at the last moment, he makes that darting run in, and that's why he had that free header there. Tremendous equalizer from Brenton Griffiths, and it's game on once again here at Anteater Stadium. Oh, and Blanco took a knock, but the referee plays advantage, and rightly so. Santana almost was able to get it over the head of Diallo. Slogger goes down in the box. The entire bench is up in arms.
I'm going to tell you, Mark, I don't like to see a referee give an advantage this far back when the Blues were still in their half of the field. That was a clear, dirty tackle, should have been probably spoken to. Probably got away with a caution there by letting that ball play.
We are level in the 35th minute between the Orange County Blues and the LA Galaxy 2. Both goals coming off set pieces. A penalty kick for Lassiter, and then a header on a corner kick for the Blues from Griffiths. Goals coming in the 14th and 35th minute.
You know, there are some statistics, Mark, that you can look at and you can try to break a game down. Possession, shots, corner kicks. We're looking at about a 50-50 possession tonight so far, but look at those corner kicks, and it's the reason why the Orange County Blues have been able to level this match.
Luca rolls it in for Cortez. One back by Ruas. Great job to get that ball to Maganto. Little touch out wide for Lassiter, and played it through, but the run was made just a bit too late for McBean. The idea was there, though. And now it's the Blues to go the other way. Estrada on his bike. Santana taking the inside route. Thinking about having to go Santana inside for Slogger. And Blanco, the release valve. It allows McCracken to get in on the action. And it wasn't a bad ball, but just nobody making the run in.
That's the ball I'm talking about from Santana. I would like to see him bring that ball across, get it to the top of the box, and take that shot far post.
Luca. Diop read it all the way.
Diop has been very busy this match, coming out several times to clear the ball.
And now Blues player is struggling in the center circle. And that is why it was played out by Beto Navarro. And it's Luca. Luca looks like he's just waiting for the trainer. This is not something you want to see. Luca, a very important player, especially along with Blanco, as those holding midfielders in front of the back four, but still plenty of depth on the bench for the Orange County Blues. I mean, you look at the offense alone, Captain Didier Crittenden, Popara, and Ramirez up top alone. And then you have a player like Illich who can come in and deputize for Luca if you need.
Yeah, you know, it's good to have depth in your midfield positions. That's where you're going to want them. That's where the work is done. That's where the majority of the running, the majority of the hitting, the majority of the tackles are going to come from. It's good to have backup when you need it.
Well, it's a 4-2-3-1 being played by the Blues. Blanco will step up, though, and make it look more like a 4-5-1 at times.
Luca looks to be okay, having to leave the field for stopping for an injury, but he'll be back on.
Nike is a proud partner of the USL. Follow @Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. And sportingly given back to Pepe Miranda from Los Dos. McBean. Good overlapping run, but McBean elects to keep it. Now he plays into the box. And Lassiter was ghosting in, but Pepe Miranda quickly off his line. Suggs flying forward once again.
Los Dos respecting Suggs' ability, double teaming him every time he has the ball on the left flank.
Blanco, Navarro, Brenton Griffiths. Bit of a heavy header there, but Diallo did a good job to save it from going out for a corner kick. Is up next for the Blues. Well, there's going to be a substitution. It looks like Luca might not be able to continue.
Clearly, I spoke too soon.
And Popara will come on. And what an addition he's been since coming on as a midseason acquisition, Pavel Popara.
Well, he's going to get a chance to prove it here against Los Dos in a game that the OC Blues are looking for the full 3 points. Those full 3 points put them level at the top with Los Dos, with a game in hand as the season draws near close.
And they're actually going to say that before the ball was cleared, it did go over the end line, so it's the 6th corner kick of the game for the Blues. And at the back post is Slogger. Uses that speed to keep the ball. Estrada. Popara's first involvement. As Slogger, that's a good ball in. And the header was flicked on. Otherwise, it might have fallen for Brenton Griffiths again.
Great ball from Slogger. His first step is absolutely lightning quick, and I think Los Dos are going to find they're going to have to make some adjustments in order to keep him in check for the remainder of this match.
Well, up next for the Blues after this will be a trip to Cascadia for matches against Seattle Sounders 2 and WFC 2. And all USL regular season and playoff games are available live, free, and in HD on YouTube with the USL YouTube channel. Connect with the USL YouTube channel today. Inside the final 5 minutes of first half regulation.
Heavy hit Cortez, quick to get up, and that's what you want to see from your strikers. Hungry
Estrada
for the ball.
buzzing once again, in for Cortez. Not a bad idea to take it first time, just couldn't wrap his foot around it.
That's what you're looking for in a guy that you're going to play at the top. You're going to play him all the way against the last man for the Galaxy. You're looking for somebody like you're seeing Cortez who has that knack for the ball, that undenying selfishness. He wants the ball. He wants it now. He wants the shot. That's what you're looking for in that man. Just like you're looking for your goalkeeper, somebody who's a little bit off kilter, a little bit crazy. In that last man, that goal scorer, the guy you're looking for, he needs to be selfish and greedy, and he wants the ball every time, and that's what you see in Cortez.
McCracken. Mendiola helps it on to McBean. Rolls out of bounds. So the Orange County Blues would like to thank Instat, who provide the statistics for the OC Blues. That's Instat. Thank you for your support. Looking for that speed of Slogger. So fast that he was about 15 yards ahead of everyone else. But it works out because you have that entire back four facing their own goal. So another throw in deep in Los Dos territory for the Blues. Estrada. Had 3 players around him. No one challenged him, though. But Los Dos did well to hold their positions, and they win it back. McBean looking to spring a counter. But Brenton Griffiths is there. McCracken. Perfectly weighted ball for Slogger. Only Cortez to find in the middle. Slogger working 1-on-2, now 1-on-3. Now more Blues players getting in on the act. It's a good ball through, off the crossbar. Still might be something on here for the Blues. Had cleared away just before Cortez could have a crack at it. Desperate defending from Los Dos, and they're able to scramble it clear.
Great attack from the Blues. Slogger with that amazing speed, like I mentioned, looking to get that ball, cross it back to the middle. Cortez standing there, being that man to play the ball off of, looking for that open player, looking for somebody running through. Fantastic play from the Blues, dominating at this point.
44th minute. Can the Blues take the lead before the teams go into the locker room at halftime? Toca Training Centers is an exciting and unique soccer development company founded by former U.S. national teamer Eddie Lewis. The patented ball deliverer machine allows the average player to get 500 touches in a 50-minute session. At our Costa Mesa indoor facility, Toca is offering a complimentary 50-touch training session. Call and book your training today or visit our website at www.tocafootball.com. Cortez looks like he's been taking some Toca training sessions. Great ball out to Suggs. Suggs. I think he was caught in between two minds, rather to shoot that there or float it toward the back post.
Absolutely. We'll call that a shoss. Create a new statistic category tonight, Mark.
Something for the programmers at Instat to think about.
That's correct. Something I like to do is give people more work.
Now, Maganto was so instrumental in pretty much carving the Blues open in the first 20 minutes. What have they done in the last part of this first half to take him out of the game?
You know what? In football, it's a matter of confidence and it's a matter of touching the ball. The Blues have figured out they have nothing to worry about against him. Play hard, play true, respond to the training that they've all had all year, and trust each other, and that's what they've started to do.
And there'll be 2 minutes of stoppage time. And Steeris elects to play it short. We'll get it back to former Hammerhead. Looking for Lassiter up top. And Lassiter was able to get it by Navarro, but not by Griffiths. It's the two of them, Beto Navarro and Brenton Griffiths, have done a tremendous job of forming a very formidable central back partnership.
You know, when you have those two central defenders and your goalkeeper, when they know each other, when they become in tune with each other, it's very difficult to work easy balls around them. You have to work very hard, and that's when you start looking for those deep balls over the top. You start looking for crazy outnumbered crossing numbers, and this defense has it covered.
And it was a clever run by Lassiter, and once again the ball over the top came from Maganto. However, Griffiths was wise to it. McBean. And that was pretty close. McBean frustrated, unable to get on the end of that. So it'll be a goal kick. And
you know, 9 out of 10 times in training, he's going to put that ball on net.
McBean almost able to keep that one in, and frustration on that shot. Believe it was Mendiola who mishit it at the back post. And that will do it for the first half, which was presented by Sports One Marketing. Our presenting sponsor, Sports One Marketing, is a sports and entertainment marketing firm that maximizes the value of its clients by cultivating unique and lucrative business opportunities for corporate brands, elite and legendary athletes and coaches, and our strategic partners. Well, the Orange County Blues, Blaine, came out looking the stronger side, but it was Los Dos who took the lead early.
You know, that is the cruel mistress of football. You don't have to have the ball. You don't have to have the most shots. You don't have to have the most possession. It just takes hard work and one opportunity. Half a chance is what coaches like to say. Create half a chance. You never know what's going to happen. Los Dos did that. They created that half a chance. They got the penalty. They capitalized on it. So the second half, it's going to be very important for the OC Blues to make sure that they come out and they do not give Los Dos any confidence.
Well, as you said, it was Lassiter who converted the penalty in the 14th minute. But then the Blues answered back in the 34th. A corner kick swung in, and Brenton Griffiths ghosted in and towered his header beyond the reach of Diop to level the scores at 1, and that's where we stand after 45 minutes of play. Final thoughts on the first half, Blaine?
You got to be happy if you're the OC Blues right now. You have a team that you've never beat. You're at home. packed stadium here, Anteater Stadium. The weather's beautiful. It's a great night for football. You have to be very happy with that first 45 minutes. Unfortunately, this game is a 90-minute game. We need to come out in the second half and do it again and put the ball in the back of the net. It's that simple, Mark.
Well, we're going to take a break, but stay with us. Still plenty to come here at halftime. So we're going to have an episode of Blues TV, and then after that, Darby Brown and Justin Maestas will be back to set you up for the second half.
About 15, 16 years and playing at the very highest level from a young age. I joined professional football when I was 15. Went to Sunderland as an apprentice and turned professional. Then I went to Liverpool, spent 6 years at Liverpool, and then I went on to Newcastle, spent 3 years there. Then I went to Galatasaray, then Southampton. So in the meantime, I played for England and I managed to captain the majority of those sides that I played for. I actually captained Sunderland to a cup final where there was 96,000 people there, which was fantastic. And that record still stands as the youngest ever captain to lead his team out at Wembley, which I'm very proud of. But my playing career and the managers I've been around and the clubs I've been around, the people, the professionals, the dedicated players, phenomenal talent, has prepared me for this role as technical director. So my role here as technical director is, and there's many different aspects to it. First of all, it's a fantastic role. It's very enjoyable, very fulfilling, with a few different areas to focus on. But the main area of focus is the playing side. It's really important. Every club, every football club, every franchise is ultimately judged by the performance and the results on the field. So that's what I focus on, helping Oliver in any way that I can, helping the coaching staff any way that I can. And we work on the players every day. It's my job, it's my role, it's my purpose to help them as much as I can become better players, have a better understanding of their position, improve technically, physically, mentally, like I said, tactically. They've got to understand their position so they can contribute to the team. And we do that in several different ways. Obviously I tap into my vast experience at the highest level, so I've got a lot of information to pass on. We've got some old stuff school, which is we require energy and enthusiasm, which is really basic. But of course, we want to progress, we want to evolve, we want to develop. So we implement different training schedules, different training sessions, different regimes, and we bring all that on a day-to-day basis. So that's part of it. Another aspect of my role as technical director, focusing on the playing side, is we analyse every team. I analyse every team that we're going to play. And I'll tell you, 4 months ago, coming into the USL, I didn't know one player. Now I know every single player in the USL, where to play, what they're good at, what they don't do, what they do, and what the habits are, good and bad. I even know what height they are. So what I do is before every game we play, I look at least 3 games. At least 3 games going into our next game. I analyse every player, every system they play, every shape that they play, what they're good at, the corners, the free kicks, and then I pull that together, and it takes a long time. Each game for me to do takes a minimum of 4 hours. I go through it minute by minute. So by the time I get to the end of that research and analysis, we have a really clear picture of who we're playing, what the dangers are, and what the weaknesses are. So we then take our team starting from the Monday to the Saturday, and every training session is precise in its timing and its movement and its functionality and its purpose to take advantage of their weaknesses and make sure we kill off their strengths as best we can. So every session we pick, every session that we put together is all analysed and processed leading up to the culmination of the game on a Saturday. Now obviously we're an ambitious franchise, we're really ambitious, but we're not going to shout from the rooftops about what we're going to do. This is the beginning of something really special here in Orange County. This is a fantastic football club who nobody knows anything about. They will do, but they don't right now. That's another part of my role, to bring in awareness. So, but we are judged by what happens on the field. We're judged by performances, we're judged by results, but not in that order. Results are the key, results are everything. We've played so well so many times this season, and we've actually been beaten. It's heartbreaking, but it's reality, it's football, it happens. We actually played against Real Monarchs on Saturday, we didn't play very well, we got a 1-0 result. We love that. Now we have to improve the performance. So everything's a balancing act, it's a jigsaw puzzle that has to come together on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. It's all about results. We get those results that we think we can get. These players evolve. We've got a fantastic group of players. Oliver is a phenomenal head coach. We've got a great coaching staff in Claudio and Braden. Caesar as a physio. We've got a great group of players. We've got a great staff. we are going places, but we're going to do it quietly. What we do here every day, we do it quietly. We've got a mantra at OC Blues, and that mantra is the work that you do in the shadows allows you to shine in the light. This is where we work in the shadows. The light shines on a Saturday afternoon or a Saturday night when the referee blows his whistle. That's when we've got to come alive. And up to this point, we've done that okay. From this point, we're going to do it better. That's as much as I'm going to say about ambition. The rest of it's in-house, but we are going places.
Welcome back here at Anteater Stadium. It is halftime and the score is 1-1. It's all tied up between the Orange County Blues and the LA Galaxy 2. LA Galaxy 2 had a goal by Lassiter in the 13th minute, and the Blues responded in the 33rd minute with a goal from defender Brenton Griffiths, his second goal of the season. The LA Galaxy 2 did have that early goal, and Justin Maestas is here. What do you think that goal did for the game plan of the Orange County Blues?
I don't know if it changed the game plan too much, just since it was an early enough goal to where the Blues just told themselves, let's just keep playing our game. They had enough confidence in themselves to get a goal here today, and that's exactly what they did. They responded. Brenton Griffiths had an excellent header in the box to tie this game up, and I think they're confident going here into the second half.
Yes, and Brenton Griffiths did have that goal. What other players did you see step up and make some key plays in that first half?
Well, I think David Estrada had himself a fantastic first half here so far. Slogger's very good with that first touch, created some chances. I think the Blues played really well to end that first half. You might even say took control, dominated that first half. So I think it's important for them to just keep what they're doing. Don't get intimidated by this LA Galaxy 2 team. And
Mark Serber and Blaine Humphreys will be here with the call.
Final 45 minutes in the 8th edition of the I-405 Derby are underway. 1-1 between the Orange County Blues and the Los Angeles Galaxy 2. Mark Serber alongside Blaine Humbles, and Blaine, as Mendiola stripped of the ball. What did you see from Los Dos that you liked in the first half?
Los Dos, again, that confidence, that simplicity. They love to hold the ball, and they're confident with those touches. I cannot stress enough how much confidence breeds success.
The Slogger, he's been pretty confident on the ball as he spins, has Estrada outside. Now he uses him. Slogger once again inside for Estrada, and Meyer, excellent job shielding him off the ball. It'll be a goal kick for Diop. And ask you the same question about the Blues.
What I love about the Blues is the tenacity of this Orange County team. They do not give up. They are not intimidated. They don't care that some of these guys have seen some major competition. They know that they have a job to do, and they know that they can impact that ball tonight. That's what I love to see about these guys.
LA's goal came from the spot on the 14th minute as Lassiter sent Pepe Miranda the wrong way. However, the Blues responding in what has now been changed to the 33rd minute with a header off of a corner kick from Brenton Griffiths. And that is where we stand early in this second half. As this is Popara, who came on as a sub for Luca, who was injured midway through the first half and couldn't continue.
Luca was playing great, so the pressure is on for Popara to come in and fill that spot.
Well, Popara knows something about pressure, having played in the Serbian Super League with Radik Ginish. Slogger able to step inside Diallo, who knows he has to be careful considering he's on a yellow card. As the Blues move it from one side to another. Looking for the early ball in. Cortez is there! And he got the header downward, just couldn't get the direction on it. Have you visited the new USLsoccer.com? Get the latest news and live stats, and check out the new social media hub. And something, Blaine, that might be, or not might be, but is probably already on USLsoccer.com is that the Rochester Rhinos have won the USL regular season. Their 0-0 draw with the Richmond Kickers, combined with the New York Red Bull beating Louisville City, means that nobody can catch the Rochester Rhinos for the rest of the season as they lift the first piece of silverware of the USL season and their first piece of silverware since 2010.
So much history and fandom with that Rochester Rhinos franchise. A lot of people are very shocked that they haven't made the jump to MLS in the past, having been around for so long and being so competitive and being some of the first teams to beat MLS teams in the U.S. Open Cup. The Rhinos, such a storied franchise.
99, the last non-MLS club to win the U.S. Open Cup, the Rochester Rhinos. 6th corner kick of the game for Diop to deal with. Stays on his line, and Cortez almost made him pay.
Cortez wants that one back, Mark. Let me tell you, as a striker, you're up there in that ball. It was too easy. It was almost like the in baseball when you throw the super slow 30-mile-an-hour pitch and the batter whiffs at it.
6th corner kick of the game for Diop to
Cortez
deal
wants
with.
that one
Stays
back.
on his line, You just and described me at Cortez the batting almost. cages.
Yeah. or me out dating.
Throw in for Los Dos in the 50th minute. The Blues have come flying out of this gate in the second half. They've created the best 2 chances inside these first 5 minutes. This is a very good game, Blaine. I mean, the pace of this game has been excellent.
No, it's fantastic. I love to see this. This is the reason why more people need to be involved. Coming on out to your stadiums in the USL and watching these teams. These players are hungry. They are aggressive. It's one of the things why leagues like this are out here, is to see these young players apply their talent and to work hard. And the Blues are doing it right now.
Become a fan of the USL on Facebook for exclusive league news and interactive content. Of course, Rochester are already the champions, but still doesn't affect the Western Conference, where the LA Galaxy, to just 1 point behind leaders Oklahoma City, and the Blues a further 3 points behind. So 4 points behind Oklahoma City, 3 points behind Los Dos.
Yeah, again, 1 point does clinch a playoff position for the Blues, but 1 point is not what they're looking for. They want to get that monkey off their back and end that streak of defeats to Los Dos.
McCracken. Because once again, other than that penalty, things haven't really worked out for Lassiter tonight, but from watching his runs, you can see just what a clever player he is. I mean, I was talking to Adam Serrano, the LA Galaxy insider, and he said, in just like the 5 to 10 minutes he had when he came on in that MLS match against Houston, he created the best chances of the entire game.
One of the things that I've noticed throughout this USL season, especially from the teams that have support from a Major League Soccer club, is the players have the individual skill, but they don't have the interplay. They don't know how to play with each other. These Blues live, eat, and breathe with each other. That's why they're able to overcome a team that on paper should be better.
Slogger. He's cutting inside a lot more, Slogger. Usually elects to take the outside route. Little touch on for Santana. Popara continues his run. Cortez and Estrada are in the box, but Los Dos are able to get it clear. It's smartly left off from Navarro for Griffiths, who returns the favor. Blanco. Estrada living in those pockets of space. McCracken venturing forward from his outside back position. And just unable to get to it in time, McCracken, but have to love the fact that both outside backs, Suggs and McCracken, really get forward at every opportunity.
And that's the new way to play football, the new style. 20 years ago you didn't see this. This is the way football is played these days. Watching those defenders overlap, get up the flank, get down and play hard, and watching McCracken right there get down there and just flat out work his counterpart is what you want to see. I mean, he wasn't rewarded this time, but more times than not, you will be rewarded.
Well, he wins the header over Mendiola McCracken, and Slogger keeps it in bounds. Good defending from Diallo. And this might work out here for Estrada. Estrada elects to try and slip that one through. Should he have been a bit more selfish there, Blaine?
I think he was caught off guard with that ball and wasn't prepared to get his head up and make that run, unfortunately. Should have done better.
Cortez has been a tremendous target player tonight. The reigning USL Player of the Week. And now space for Popara. Santana. Oh, good cross, Santana. Back post, Slogger. Don't think he was expecting that ball to come to him.
No, you're not looking for that ball to be deflected 2 or 3 times as it comes across right there. It's unfortunate.
Second time, though, that Slogger has had an opportunity at the back post.
Los Dos does not want to give Slogger many more of those because he will get that right.
And those two missed opportunities from Slogger look exactly like the winner that Los Dos gave up to Arizona United in the 90th minute.
Yeah, at the death.
It was a ball to the back post, and all the players were caught ball watching. Players snuck in at the back post and hammered it home.
You play all the way to the whistle, Mark. I'm sure that there were some drills in training this week for Los Dos that involved playing all the way until the whistle.
This is Aruas. Brought down on the chest by Mendiola. Oh, brilliant ball slid through. But the bounce just a bit too much for McCracken. Or McBean, rather. Diop does just enough.
Living dangerously out there on the edge of the box. Not afraid to come out. You like to see that from your goalkeeper, but there needs to be a time and a place. I'm not sure that was it.
Blanco able to get past Covarrubias, but the Blues maintain possession. And that shot with the outside of the foot from Suggs just over the top near corner. Diop once again not happy with the defending.
It's a good opportunity right there. You want to see that, again, that's the outside defender overlapping, coming up for a goal-scoring opportunity. It's fantastic to watch.
Cortez is chasing and Diop clears. Santana kept it in bounds, but it's Los Dos who keep possession. Long ball looking for McBean. Well, if it wasn't for that bounce, he would have been able to latch on to that brilliant ball from Mendiola. Such great vision from the 21-year-old. You can see why he has 8 assists on the season. Meyer. He's continued his run, Meyer. That pass too easily telegraphed. And it's Slogger to go the other way. 3-on-3, the Blues could be in business here. And great tracking back by Mendiola, but the ball remains with Santana, who's taken up a more central position. Popara. Blanco. And Suggs has crept up again, but this time a bit too far as the offsides flag is up. But it's another marauding run from the outside back.
You know that the defender up looking for the cross, he knows how to play offside on his end of the field, not on this end.
Follow at USL on Twitter to become a league insider, join club conversations, and have a chance at exclusive giveaways. Meyer. This one comes all the way through for Beto Navarro. Griffiths, the goal scorer. Long ball looking for Estrada, dealt with well by Meyer. And a smart header out wide by Aruas. Talked about how Diop played in the 3rd division in France. Aruas has experience playing in the Premier Division, Ligue 1, when he played with Brest before they were relegated. Slogger. Blanco. Ran into a bit of trouble there. McBean chasing. McBean has 3 goals in his last 3 games, was the hero with game-winning goals against both the Seattle Sounders too, and of course, in that great comeback from 2 goals down to win 3-2 at Austin. Excellent hustle from Mendiola, and he keeps it in. Maganto, Aruas, Franco on the far side. Mendiola looking to conjure up something here at the top of the box. Once again, good combination play in tight spaces. Opens up the space for the cross, but Griffiths was well stationed. Finally brought down after a little bit of head tennis by Aruas. And Los Dos will recycle their runs. That was Lassiter trying to live off that back shoulder of Griffiths. But he was aware of the situation.
First 15 minutes of this half taking a weird turn to it. Neither team wanting to commit too many numbers up front. Don't want to push too far forward yet. The ball just being kind of ping-ponged around in the middle of the park.
Griffiths again. Cortez with the hold-up play. Slogger stays on side. Tremendous save by Diop. Had to use his feet as he was out of the goal. All silky smooth from Blanco. However, held it too long. And picking his pocket is Mendiola. Lassiter is off in space. Navarro trying to get over. Mendiola puts it right into the reaches of Pepe Miranda. That's how quickly they can turn defense into attack, Los Dos.
Back and forth, back and forth. Again, neither team wanting to build, neither team wanting to put too many numbers up front. Looking for that deep ball over the middle, take that quick counterattack.
Well, Estrada's been a real live wire, hasn't stopped buzzing, and it causes Diop to just pop that ball in the air, and the Blues win it. Slogger with no support on this near side. Has to find Popar in the middle. That's a gorgeous ball for Suggs on the far side. Now Suggs looking for the space for the cross. Overcooked it in the end. Past the hour mark here at Anteater Stadium. 1-1 in the I-405 Derby between the Orange County Blues and the LA Galaxy 2. Both goals coming in the first half. A penalty kick in the 14th minute from Lassiter, but then Griffiths with a header off of a corner kick in the 33rd to level things for the Blues, and that's where we stand. Mark Serber alongside Blaine Humbles from Chaotic Radio and Football Matters. Pleasure to have you with us tonight, Blaine.
Pleasure is all mine.
We hope you're enjoying our coverage here on USL on YouTube. As a reminder that all USL regular season and playoff games are available live, free, and in HD on YouTube. Connect with the USL YouTube channel today.
Looks like we have a substitution for the Galaxy.
So substitutions made. We'll give you confirmation of it as soon as we get it. But for now, the Blues have a free kick to defend. And it's played low, and Miranda will let it go all the way through and out for a goal kick.
Entering the game is number 47, Brian Oliveira. Exiting the game, number 15, Ignacio Maganto.
Well, from a Blues perspective, if there's one player you wanted to leave the field, it was Maganto, because him and Oliveira on the same field together is a very, very scary prospect.
You have to sit back as the home crowd and go, what?
Perhaps an eye on the first team in Trinidad and Tobago. Matches coming up before that CONCACAF Champions League encounter as well against Montreal for the first team that is 1 point ahead of the Vancouver Whitecaps in the race for the Supporters' Shield. So perhaps that's why Maganto has come off. Some desperate defending once again between Diallo and Diop, and it leads to the 7th corner kick of the game for the Blues.
Of course, the Blues leveled in the first half on one of these dangerous corner kicks from the same side of the field. We'll see if the Blues can create a goal-scoring opportunity again.
Popara coming over to take this corner kick. Nike is a proud partner of the USL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. Popara in the 64th minute That's a good deep ball, but it was McBean who climbed highest. Clip back in, McBean again. Only as far as Estrada. And just too many white bodies in the way. And this is Oliveira, 21-year-old Uruguayan youth international. And almost threaded through from Mendiola once again, was looking for the run of Lassiter. Now the Blues chiseling their way down the far flank. Really nothing to find on that far side. So Slogger had to cut inside.
Again, little to no support, not willing to commit the numbers just yet. Almost as if both teams are just feeling each other out here in this second half.
The offside flag stays down, but the goal goes all the way through to Diop. And the Blues have taken over 10 shots in this game, which means that they have taken over 300 so far this season. And we would like to thank Instat for providing us with that, as Instat provides the statistics for the OC Blues. That's Instat. Thank you for your support.
Another turnover from the Blues. The weather not an issue this evening.
Is it ever in Southern California, Blaine?
Well, when you're considering why a player would lazily turn over the ball, if it was, middle of the day, middle of August, we could understand.
The rescuing zone, poor back pass with Steris. And Meyer will look to clear. Right to Blanco. Oh, what a flick on from Chris Cortez, looking for Estrada, and Estrada was not expecting that. Estrada, the former Seattle Sounders and DC United man who joined midway through the season from Sacramento Republic. Griffiths. The crack in the rookie. Myers wasn't going to let Cortez get away with it twice. Lassiter has drifted out wide. Now cuts inside. And this is Oliveira. Oliveira joined from Fluminense, one of the biggest clubs in Brazil. But he never really got his chance in Rio de Janeiro. And he's a player that the LA Galaxy see moving up to the first team by the beginning of next season, if not the end of this season.
Of course, the Galaxy famous for their history of the pipeline through Brazilian club players. Currently Juninho, Leonardo.
Oliveira's father, of course, was an Uruguayan international, also played in the NASL with the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
I have a hard time talking about the Tampa Bay Rowdies without singing the classic high school Rowdies in the Back song, Mark.
Blanco. McCracken. Slogger. He's been popping up on both sides, Slogger, here in this second half.
He's been given free range to move around the pitch wherever he sees fit, and his speed, his mobility, and his decision-making is the reason why.
Speaking of decision-making, it was a good run from Meyer not to go back to his keeper on that occasion. And Blanco looks to have been injured in that challenge, but he did well to step in there. Griffiths. Right to the feet of Slogger under pressure. A bit of a heavy touch from the Dutchman, and McBean wins it back in midfield. And once again, it's Estrada tracking back. Aruas climbed highest. Diallo won the second header. And this time McBean will be whistled for the foul over Blanco, who I think is still struggling over that earlier challenge.
Yeah, he's definitely still feeling the effects.
Fans follow USL on Facebook for
Coaches tell their youth players all day long to get stuck in, and he did. He paid the price that time.
to become a league insider. Join club conversation.
Oh, McBean shaking his head. Can't believe that he was the guilty party in that altercation. But it will be a free kick for the Orange County Blues in the 69th minute. Brenton Griffiths taking his time. Really nobody to find long, though. So he's going to have to drive it in, and
Wasted ball.
took the words right out of my mouth. In the end, nothing doing. But it was very stagnant, Blaine. Nobody was moving around on that free kick. I don't think Griffiths really had any options.
Again, 20 minutes to play here at Anteater Stadium, and I can't really put my finger on what I'm seeing right here with both teams knocking the ball, playing it in the midfield, but not wanting to risk too much.
Diop in the 70th minute. Estrada finally brings the ball back down to Terra Firma. Franco. Steeris on the far side. In for Mendiola. Another good ball clipped through. Suggs was able to get a piece of it and then step in and stab the ball away. The Blues attacking with 3. And now that ball back allows more blue jerseys to join the party. Floated to the near side for Slogger. Flicks it on for McCracken. Not a bad ball driven in. Clearing it away at the top of their line was Los Dos' defense. Good pressure from Lassiter. As Kurt Onalfo is getting set to hit the switch on his second substitution of the evening. We'll have to wait for a stoppage in play, though, as once again off his line is Diop to claim.
I think Cortez was looking for a check back there, and unfortunately the ball was played through. He was unable to catch up to it.
Well, Griffiths lost his footing and lost sight of the ball as well, but it was cleaned up by McCracken. Great shielding by Mendiola. And a good ball through. Lassiter. And he wins a free kick from a very dangerous position for Los Dos.
Not the place you want to give up a foul. 20 minutes to go in a match that you're tied level with a team the likes of Los Dos.
Well, it seems in the first half it was Maganta who was causing all the trouble for the Orange County Blues. In the second half, it's been Raul Mendiola.
Again, a testament to the depth of Los Dos here, having the ability to play players from the first club, bring them down, get the play, the training time with the first team. It's invaluable at this level.
I believe the substitution was made. So we'll give you word once we get confirmation who the second player out onto the field for the Galaxy was. Ruas is one of the players standing over. Instead, it's taken off the crossbar. Miranda was beaten comprehensively, but the woodwork is his best friend.
Brilliantly taken free kick, brilliantly taken.
Meyer will swing it to the far side. On a bit of an altercation. And the referee stepping in just to make sure that cooler heads prevail. As you can see on that replay, Miranda cemented to his line. Luckily for the Blues, it remains 1-1 as they're still looking to win their first ever I-405 derby. got their first ever point in their last one, a 1-1 draw back on July 16th. Goal scorers in that one was Chris Cortez and Ariel Lassiter. So that's a good ball swung in, but Griffiths is there again. Top of the box, Mendiola. Didn't really get the right kind of purchase behind the shot. McBean was in an offside position.
Well, Chris Cortez has 15 minutes left to go in this match to make his mark felt and to see if he can put his stamp on the OC Blues versus Los Dos.
Another substitution coming here from Oliver Weiss. I believe it is Chris Cortez who's going to come off, and he's going to be replaced by Christopher Ramirez, who along with Didier Crittenden leads the team in goals with 7.
It's nice to have your leading scorer come on with 15 to go up front. Now you have fresh legs, aggressive, hungry. He only has 15 minutes to put in. He'll be ready.
What do the Blues need to do in these final 15 minutes if they're going to grab their first ever victory against Los Dos?
You know, they're going to have to tighten up and watch the counterattack, but they're going to have to commit some numbers forward if they want to score a goal. They can't keep sending 2 versus 5, 3 versus 6, and expect to break down this Los Dos defense. It's just not going to happen.
Estrada slipped. Mendiola was trying to thread it through again. Griffiths, the goal scorer. Out to Slogger. Diallo keeping a watchful eye on him. Blanco. Estrada. Not enough on that overlap for McCracken. Good challenge from Estrada to win it back off of Aruas. McCracken looking for a half yard of space to get the cross off. Still going McCracken. Nobody behind him in support. Oh, and what a piece of skill from McCracken. But once again, nobody there in a blue jersey to come in relief.
Working hard down in the corner to unleash the McCracken on a cross over there and unable to do it.
Navarro in the 77th minute. Get it back to his keeper. Another substitution is coming for Los Dos at the next stoppage of play. A win tonight for LA Galaxy 2, and they would climb to the top of the table in the Western Conference. As this ball is through, the flag stays down, and McCracken gets there first, and Lassiter will be whistled for the push. Good job by McCracken to take that angle, and here will come that substitution. And it's going to be Raul Mendiola coming off. And Travis Bowen will come in for Mendiola. So the pint-sized maestro leaves the game after 77 minutes. He was tremendous, especially in the second half, Mendiola.
You lose the ball control, you lose the central, the commander of your field in Mendiola right now, the way Los Dos has been playing in the second half. But in Travis Bowen, you gain somebody with speed and touch and aggressiveness that McCracken is going to have his hands full with here as this game wraps up.
Travis Bowen, 26-year-old in his second season with the club after joining from the old Phoenix Wolves. His older brother Tristan plays in the Finnish Premier League with Kupush. Oh, and that one almost worked out for Ramirez. Popara spins away from the pressure. Still work to do though, Popara. And Popara was bundled over and he wins the free kick.
Referees will always give you the call if you come in to the player's back. If you're at his side, if you're at his shoulder, you're fine. As soon as you take his back, you're going to get the call.
What about Oliveira there, though, telling the referee he went down too easy?
You know, that's a matter of opinion. That contact was clearly created, and that's what the referee does not want because the player's unprotected. He's unprotected at his back. You cannot go in on the back.
And now Popara will stand over this dead ball. Has a chance to set the table. Oh, it's a good ball in, and it was Griffiths who was up again. And the long searching ball for Lassiter. And Navarro, good job coming over and cover. However, blind clearance falls right to LA Galaxy 2. And it's Bowen. Immediate impact, Lassiter put it over, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways as the offsides flag was up.
There's the speed and the size of Bowen to quickly get in behind you. If the OC Blues are going to hold on here for a draw or try to take the win, they're going to have to keep an eye on him.
Toca Training Centers is an exciting and unique soccer development company founded by former U.S. national teamer Eddie Lewis. The patented ball deliverer machine allows the average player to get 500 touches in a 50-minute session. At our Costa Mesa indoor facility, Toca is offering a complimentary 50-touch training session. Call and book your training today or visit our website at www.tocafootball.com. This is the referee, Marco Antonio Vegas, bringing this one back.
I believe he was over speaking with the AR, and restart was not at his liking.
And now Blanco's down again. Remember, he took that challenge about 15 minutes ago. And you wonder if he'll be able to continue with 10 minutes left. The Orange County Blues would like to take a moment to thank our presenting sponsor, Sports One Marketing. Sports One Marketing is a sports and entertainment marketing firm that maximizes the value of its clients by cultivating unique and lucrative business opportunities for corporate brands, elite and legendary athletes and coaches, and our strategic partners. So the stoppage time has to start to build here as Blanco remains down and Popara having some words with Bowen. Well, it's been a good match, but really after the hour mark, the pace of the game has really changed, Blaine.
Both teams have really ground this game down, take it to a long ball, hit and run, trying for the counterattack. I believe both teams are prepared for that. Both teams have the defense and the ability and the understanding to be able to defend that, so you're not going to catch them off guard. They're too professional for that. Convenient water break here while the players on the ground. Everyone gets over and gets a chance to hydrate.
1-1 here on the United Soccer League, Orange County Blues and LA Galaxy 2 YouTube pages. Mark Serber alongside Blaine Humbles. Hope you're enjoying our coverage tonight, as Blanco is going to have to be substituted. And coming on for him will be Nikola Illich, scorer of that tremendous volley in the 1-0 win against the Austin Aztecs.
At this point of the game, if a player is injured and tired and was one of your starters, it's almost better to get him off the pitch and bring on some fresh legs. You want to be able to counter either for yourself to score or to be able to defend against the counter. Fresh legs are very important right now.
Well, Miranda has to be really careful there, and then Bone will be whistled for running into him. It's a dangerous game Miranda was playing.
Yeah, foolish on a 1-1 game where the point is so very important and is so crucial. Foolish decision in my personal opinion. I believe he should have just cleared that ball out. It didn't bite him this time, but if you are going to make that a practice, you will lose more times than you will win.
Well, skying to win that header was Steeris, but he's whistled for the foul. Not sure there was much in that.
Again, the back, coming over the back. We see it so much. You see players climb, use other players for ladders. It's part of the game. When the referee believes that you went too high, too hard, too far forward, he's going to call you for it.
Can either side make the breakthrough? 7 minutes plus change left to go in this I-405 derby, as this one will bypass everyone and go out of bounds for a goal kick. The idea, I think, there was to have Griffiths put that one back across goal.
Yeah, again, just like on anytime you get across, anytime you get down and you can take the ball across the byline, you're looking to put that ball back to the second six. Corner kick, it doesn't matter. Put that ball to the second six. And that's exactly what they were looking for there. Ball was a little overcooked, like you mentioned. I think that's a cause of heavy legs. In the last 10 minutes of the match, you're going to get that.
And Diep to take this goal kick. He's been busy tonight. As now Slogger is coming off. And Didier Crittenden will come in for him. So the captain is back after missing the match against T2. McCracken comes in to win that header as he upended Oliveira, and play goes on the other way. Crittenden's first involvement, and it's a good involvement, and a chance here for Santana, and it will be a corner kick, but did he hesitate there? Tremendous clearance from Franco, but could Santana have maybe gotten off a shot?
Absolutely, I believe he could have got off a shot. However, late in the game, those are heavy legs, but you see what fresh legs will do right there for you with Crittenden. Fresh legs this late in the game, absolute game changer.
The corner kick comes in, and it's going to be take two from the far side. 9th corner kick of the game for the Orange County Blues.
Los Dos living very dangerous. This is a lot of corner kicks to have to defend.
And this time the Blues want to take it short. Swung in. It still might work out here for Illich. Falls kindly for Santana on the far side. Popar screaming for it in the middle. Instead, it's going to be played in the box where it's cleared away from McBean. Just beyond the reach of Lassiter. Oh, and a poor back pass, almost putting the Blues in trouble. And the offsides flag is up against Orange County.
That was close. That was close right there. But again, tired legs coming back. You need to get back as soon as the ball transitions. You need to stay in an onside position. You never know when somebody's going to get an opportunity to play the ball over the top for you.
And this time McCracken will be called for the bear hug on McBean. '87th minute. Now it's the Galaxy's turn to try and break the deadlock on a set piece.
Crucial defense here for the OC Blues.
Aruas and Oliveira, the main protagonist. Looks like it's going to be Aruas on his right foot to swing it in. And it's too deep. Miranda electing to punch. And it falls for Bowen, who pops it right back up in the air. Flicked clear. Estrada continuing to run.
I think that was the right decision for Miranda. When you punch the ball out, you can get to the ball sooner than when you try to catch the ball and bring it in. And I believe you felt there was pressure coming.
Oh, and making the late run behind the play was Popara. And now it's Illich. Illich with a half yard of space, lets it go. Diop was well stationed.
Great ball. Great ball. Get laces up over the center of the ball. Drive the ball. Strike it. Very, very difficult ball to keep an eye on. That thing is just a foot left or right. Goalkeeper's nightmare.
McBean is chasing. 6 goals and 5 assists on the season for the 20-year-old. And now witnessing the space is Orange County. Illich. Estrada. McCracken. Able to turn Lassiter. Still going McCracken. Looking for the return ball. Well defended. 89th minute now. Oh, and a poor ball. Can the Blues take advantage? It slipped through, and it's tremendous defending.
You want to see that ball hit a little bit stronger, put him into space, let him use the fresh legs to chase onto that.
And this time Bowen was coming back from an offsides position, so he lets it go. Miranda is going to get into his box, so he'll be able to pick it up. Rolls it over to Suggs. Illich. Crittenden. Ramirez checking in. Instead, it's taken. Tremendous save from Diop.
Diop was not expecting that shot to come from that angle, and you know what? You like to see that. Go ahead, take a shot. Put it on target. Make the goalkeeper have to make a save.
Estrada plays it to the back post, and that could be the winner for the Orange County Blues.
Flags are down. That was a fantastic ball. That was picturesque, textbook, just like you write it up on the training ground. Place that ball on the second six, just like I've been saying all night long. Great things will happen. It's in the keeper's no man's land. He can't do anything with it.
Christopher Ramirez with his team-leading 8th goal of the season, and Estrada with his 3rd assist in 2 games. And once again, it was a poor pass in midfield, and the Blues took full advantage. But what a ball that was from Estrada, as you said, into that corridor of uncertainty. And Ramirez, well, he lives off of balls like that.
Place the ball on the ground where it's very easy for the striker to come on and touch it with the side of the foot, where you have all the control, all the time, all the space. That's what you're looking for when you're a striker, when you're a finisher, when you're a goal scorer. You want that ball perfect right for you. Couldn't have been any better.
The all-time leading scorer for Atletico Marte in the El Salvadorian Apertura Clausura format could very well become a hero here in Orange County for the Blues, as we are now into stoppage time. Adonis Amaya has checked in for Los Dos, who now have a free kick from a very dangerous position. We've seen what they've been able to do with a free kick from this range, as it'll be Oliveira and Aruas over the ball once again. The last one, almost in the exact same spot. Cannon back off of Miranda's crossbar, as we're about 30 seconds into 3 minutes of stoppage time. Not much in it, Blaine.
No, I
Shaking
I
your
don't.
head on this
I
replay.
apologize. I apologize. Microphone in my hand. I should know better. You can't see me shaking my head at home, but that's not a foul.
Well, it was Oliveira the first time. Cracked it off the crossbar. Oliveira on the left or Aruas on the right. Can this deny the Blues their first ever win in the I-405 Derby? Not if Miranda has anything to say about it.
No, great idea. Got it up and over the wall. Not enough pace on it. You got to hit it a little bit harder than that to get it up and over, and that's where you end up knocking it too high. So there's that fine line.
Still defending to do here for the Blues. We have to say Oliver Weiss looks like a genius, taking out Chris Cortez and bringing on Christopher Ramirez.
Absolutely, absolutely genius move, and it's good to have your leading scorer on the bench with fresh legs with 10 to go.
And now perhaps a chance to ice the game. Crittenden, without a doubt the most creative player on this Orange County Blues roster. That's a good ball slid through. The flag stays down, and now it's time to just hold it in the corner.
Absolutely, hold the ball. Don't give it up.
Well, they did the first thing you said, Blaine, but not the second.
You know what? But here's what you do. You buy time, and what that time allows is for your players, number one, to take a breath, and number two, to recover, get behind the ball.
And they will get it back via the throw-in. So the Orange County Blues are going to make a substitution to burn more time off this clock. And it's Ryan Felix coming in. Natural center back, can also play as a holding midfielder. And he comes in for Estrada, so a very defensive substitution, and rightly so.
Absolutely. Take off some tired legs that are only there to score goals for you. Bring on a defender. Bring on somebody who knows how to hold the ball, who knows how to kill it.
And this is Ramirez. He might try and kill it. Goes down in the box. The fans wanted to foul. The referee not interested. McBean clattered into, but Los Dos keep the ball. Check of the watch from the referee. Perhaps one more opportunity to get forward for Los Dos. Crittenden. And that will do it. For the first time in 8 tries, the Orange County Blues have defeated the Los Angeles Galaxy 2, and they are tied now in second place on 42 points in the Western Conference. And Blaine, we talked about this before. We now go from talking about the Orange County Blues looking to make the playoffs to possibly winning the Western Conference, as with their 13th win on the season, they go level with the LA Galaxy 2, not only on points, but on record as well at 13-9-3. In fact, the Blues go to 13-9-3. LA Galaxy 2 drop to 13-10-3.
You know, this is a fantastic win for the Orange County Blues. Number one, you get that monkey off your back. You can no longer say that your big brother up to 405 has your number. You've got it. You own scoreboard now, and that's oh so important in this game. Number two, you are right there for a Western Conference championship, for a home playoff game. You've clinched your spot. You're in the show. That is so important for these players with this game in hand as they go up to wrap up this season.
What a turnaround from Oliver Wies's men. From winning just 9 games last season, in steps Oliver Wies this season, and they get their 13th win and now can battle it out in their final 3 matches, albeit 3 very tough matches, up in Seattle against Sounders 2, then in Vancouver against WFC 2, before coming home to finish off against the reigning champions, Sacramento Republic. So it'll be a battle to the end, but the bottom line is Oliver Wies has this team fighting for a Western Conference championship. And a tremendous win over the LA Galaxy 2. As the LA Galaxy 2 actually opened the scoring in the 14th minute, McBean was brought down inside the box. And up stepped Lassiter, and he sent Miranda the wrong way on the penalty kick. But then in the 33rd minute, corner kick swung in, and Brenton Griffiths came flying in out of nowhere and powered his header beyond the reach of a hapless Diop. And then on the stroke of full time, Estrada picked up a loose ball in midfield, looked up, and an inch-perfect cross for Christopher Ramirez still had it all to do and guided it beyond the onrushing Diop for the game-winning goal as the Orange County Blues win their first ever match against Los Angeles Galaxy 2. And in the game that the club was dubbing the most important game in its history, the Blues have come up trumps.
3 points. It's all about 3 points. Something I always like to say, just another 3 points. This is much bigger than that. This is 3 points that put you up in second place, give you the inside track to the Western Conference Championship. Oh, so important. Yes, you have that terrible road trip up to Seattle and Vancouver in front of you, but if you can clip a couple points from those games, come home and finish it by beating Sacramento here at Anteater Stadium, you can finish the season, go into the playoffs on momentum, with confidence, with the swing, with your fans. It's exactly what the OC Blues needed tonight.
And Blaine, we talked about in this game, we can really break it down into 3 parts. The first 60 minutes were played at a frenetic pace. The next 20 minutes was really long ball back and forth, looking for that counterattack. And then in the final 10 minutes, it looked like the Blues, if either side was going to go on and win it, it looked like the Blues were taking the initiative once again. And in the end, they were able to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and get all 3 points.
You know, in football, you always see it with the limited amount of substitutions that you can make, with the limited amount of fresh legs that you can put on the field. You'll see a game start to squeeze when you hit that hour mark. 1 hour of running is a lot of running. You hit that hour mark, the game starts to squeeze a little bit. I think both teams were content for a while, but the OC Blues showed something. Coach Wies was not going to sit back and say, we're going to take the draw and just move on with it. No, sir. We're going for the win, making big moves, bringing on big strikers up front, fresh legs, taking off people you wouldn't expect to see, and going for the victory. You have to take your hats off to the OC Blues and Coach Wies for making those choices and making those decisions when it counted, when the Blues needed it. And this could be the swing, could be the momentum that they need to push themselves for that playoff run.
And you talked about Coach Wies not allowing his team to sit back, What about the fact that he's bought in the likes of Estrada? I mean, he bought him in late, right before that roster freeze. This is just his 4th game, and already he has 3 assists in his last 2 games, and perhaps the biggest assist in the club's history right there as he got it for Ramirez. As Justin Maestas is standing by downstairs with an interview, so we're going to send it downfield level.
We're here with center back Brenton Griffiths, and Brenton, I mean, there's really no questions. 2-1 victory. How does that really make you feel? Talk about your emotions right now.
I mean, I can't find any words to explain it because all week we've been practicing for it. All year we've been going, and I'm telling you, everybody gave everything they had because we never got 3 points from this team before, and we really wanted to, and we just came out and we just took it.
You guys got those 3 points. You move up in the USL standings. How important is it for you guys to get that first round bye?
I mean, we're not really worried about the playoffs. We just taking it one game at a time, take care of one game, then move on to the next. We're not trying to jump ahead of ourselves. We're just trying to focus on one game at a time and move up.
Well, good luck in your next game.
Thank you. But first of all, I want to say something. When I scored that goal today, that was for my godmother that passed away a few weeks ago. So that's why I dedicated that one for her. Miss Nicey up above, I love you. And everybody in Jamaica that's watching, I love you too.
Well, thank you, Brenton. Back to you guys.
Tremendous tribute from Brenton Griffiths. Emotions running high, and you can see what it means to him on not only a team but an individual level as well, Blaine.
That's so powerful to sit there and to see him say all of the things you wanted to hear him say. You wanted to hear him say, we're not thinking about the playoffs yet. You wanted to hear him say that we worked hard all week and all we were doing is trying to get this monkey off our back and beat this team that has dominated us. Those are the things you wanted him to say. He said a little bit more, and unfortunately he may get a phone call from the discipline committee, but that's okay. As an OC Blues fan, you're happy to see your player out there selling it out for the crest on his shirt. That's all you can ask from him.
We talked earlier about just how good this partnership he has formed with Beto Navarro, and there's been plenty of times where there were some good-looking balls through, but they did not allow themselves to be sliced open.
No, the good communication, good interplay between the 2 center backs is what you're looking for in football. That's what you need in order to start from the back. We've all heard that you win championships with defense. We know this. You know when you have those two stones, those 2 anchors in the back, it's what you need. It's the start of every attack. It all comes from the back, and the partnership is amazing. The partnership is fantastic. They showed Los Dos tonight something that they weren't ready to see.
And I have to give huge credit. In the far corner over to our left, the Los Dos fans, despite the fact that they lost, are continuing to sing and support their team. And I think that's one of the coolest things that you see in soccer is when a team often gets scored on or a team gets beaten, sometimes their fans only sing louder. So a huge tribute and very commendable to the LA Galaxy 2 fans, the Angel City Brigade, and the LA Riot Squad for supporting their team through thick and thin. Over in Hammarby, they call themselves the bad weather fans because they support their team no matter how bad the weather gets. And let's not lose sight of the fact here that even though they lost tonight, this is a Los Dos side still tied on points at least for second place, still only 1 point behind the Oklahoma City Energy. Tonight could mean nothing in the end. They could still very well go on and win this Western Conference.
Absolutely. This is a good team, and you love to see this in football. This is what you want to see. You want to see the fans out there. You want to see the players acknowledging the fans, and you love to see it win or lose. This is what I love about football.
Justin Maestas is ready with another interview, so let's send it back downstairs.
So 2-1 victory here against LA Galaxy 2. David, we're here with David Estrada. You got the assist on the game-winning goal. How does it feel to get a 90th minute game-winning goal against a team the Blues have never beaten before?
Yeah, I mean, we were conscious that it was a big game in terms of playoff push, and obviously it's a chip on our shoulder, the fact that we haven't beaten them in X amount of games. So thankfully that's over with, and we can move forward. And I think we're in a good spot for playoffs now.
Yeah, you guys are now in second place. Are you guys trying to push for that first round bye, or are you guys trying to just take it a game at a time?
I think it's a game at a time. Sometimes other games are out of our control, so we got to, wait for those results. But for us, it's one game at a time, and, if we could do our part, I think we'll be in a very good spot at the end.
You guys gave up an early PK. You guys were down 1-0. Things maybe look a little bleak from the stands point of view. How do you guys feel out on the in the field? Because you guys pretty much lit up the stat line.
Yeah, I mean, we were pretty confident coming in that we were going to create chances. And like you said, I think we outshot them. And, one thing about this team, we know we're going to create chances. And thankfully, we scored more goals than them at the end of the night.
All right, well, good luck in the final playoff push, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
You talk about the playoff push. The Blues would be nowhere near it if it weren't for Estrada. Very much, I'd say, like it's a team game and a team effort. But I would say that he's a huge reason that the Blues have taken 6 points from their last 2 games.
You break down football in battles and wars, just like you do in any other thing that you're trying to win. You divide and conquer. The Blues won the war tonight, but you can go down to individual battles and you can see the battles that were won on the field, those crosses, those individual plays of brilliance. I want to give a much to McCracken coming up the outside right, that he was all over the field tonight. It's little individual battles like that will win you the war time and time again. You can't thank them enough. You can't say enough about those players and their performances this evening.
You have to say Estrada as well won that midfield battle, his constant movement, and then of course finishing off that play by not only taking advantage of that loose ball in midfield, but putting in that pinpoint cross.
And don't get lost on when you look at the replay, when you watch the replay of the pass for the game-winning goal, Estrada had the opportunity to take the shot. He absolutely did. And you see this a lot of times is players taking a shot when the pass was the better play. Having the ability to make the decision, should I shoot, should I pass, that's the difference between good footballers and great footballers. And tonight we saw greatness on the field. 2-1 victory, moving to the top of the table. It's what the Blues needed.
And credit to Ramirez, that is by no means an easy finish.
Not at all. Because you have to understand, when you're on the field and you have the fans, you know the pressure, you're looking at the jerseys. It's no mistake that Los Dos wears the exact jerseys that the Galaxy wear, that you see time and time again on TV. There's no mistake, and not one Blues player will tell you that they're not aware of that, and they know how important that is, and they know how intimidating that could be. To still take that ball off the platter, put it in the back of the net, lot was still to be done, but the service was fantastic.
The service fantastic, and a great job to guide that ball home. Ramirez really doing an excellent job of using the pace of the cross and just making sure that he directed it beyond Diop, who I thought had an excellent game in goal for Los Dos. And Blaine, first of all, we'd like to thank you so much for coming out here tonight in the absence of Brad Paul. And a reminder to tune into Football Matters. Tell us when and where you can find it.
Monday nights, 9 to 11 p.m. Pacific time on chaoticradio.com. Check us out. Just follow us on Twitter. Search Football Matters on Twitter. You'll find us, or on Facebook. We're everywhere. We'd love to have you call in and listen.
And of course, over 100 shows of Football Matters have had players from Manchester United, have had some of the best commentators and analysts in the game. It is a wonderful show, and I hope that you fans out there will tune in. And where can we find you personally, Blaine?
On Twitter, again, Blaine Humbles. It's the Twitter. I love Twitter. Twitter's my favorite. It's the best.
Well, the Orange County Blues coming up trumps tonight for their first time in 8 tries. They beat the Los Angeles Galaxy 2, and they do it in exciting style. A grandstand finale finish as they score in the 90th minute. Once again, to recap, Lassiter stepped up and slammed home his 10th goal of the season in the 14th minute from the penalty spot to give Los Angeles Galaxy 2 a 1-0 lead. But Griffiths came flying in on a corner kick, and his header made it 1-1 in the 33rd minute. And then in the 90th minute, possession needlessly conceded in midfield from Los Dos. Estrada picked up the loose ball, took his run out wide, and curled it in for Christopher Ramirez to tap it beyond an onrushing Diop. And with that, the Orange County Blues stole all 3 points and the victory in the I-405 Derby. For Blaine Humbles, Justin Maestas, Darby Brown, everyone at AIM Sports, I'm Mark Serber saying thank you for watching our coverage of USL Soccer. A special thanks to the Orange County Blues and the Los Angeles Galaxy 2 as it's good night from Anteater Stadium, where it finishes the Orange County Blues 2, the Los Angeles Galaxy 2, 1.